Good morning, and thank you for joining us today. Alongside my constituents Veronica Mayer, Victoria Keene, and Tori Watson, we'll be presenting our Springs Honor 102 project, Operation Neighborhood Love. So just a brief overview of what we'll be discussing. I'll be presenting and identifying our need in our community. Our proposal will be discussed by Veronica and Victoria, and then we'll have some closing remarks and reflection talked about and discussed by Tori Watson. Victoria and Veronica and I are Volusia County residents, and we were able to identify firsthand that we have an ever-growing displacement population within the city of DeLand. And when I use the word displacement, we want to use more inclusive language when discussing those who are experiencing this homelessness, and we just want them to feel more humanized. The United States Interagency Council on Homelessness places Florida number 3 in displacement, with DeLand coming in number 2 in displacement within all of Volusia County, with approximately 202 displaced individuals residing within the city limits. An interview with DeLand City Manager Michael Plaus and a tour and interview conducted with the Neighborhood Center CEO Savannah Griffin, who is also the former Executive Director of Community Engagement and Inclusive Excellence of Stetson University, we were able to identify that there was a big need for funding to further support those who are experiencing displacement.
My name is Victoria Keene. I'm the coordinator of Operation Neighborhood Love. Following with the needs assessment, as Ariana introduced, I had prepared various communication outlooks with others who share the same ideas and morals to provide vital resources for people without housing. Starting with conspiring ideas back and forth and vital resources that need to be kept, I was able to gain an interview with the city manager, Michael Plaus, in order to address the people without housing. During the interview, I was able to take away a major necessity requiring the affordable care of housing to have people without homes gain a second chance to step back into the world again. Now, there's a vital question. How are we going to address this need? Well, our proposal is to inquire about fundraising to help Neighborhood Center, where most help is needed in West Volusia County community. Tying in with fundraising, our plan is to indirectly establish donors and sponsorships with local homeowners, churches, and as well corporations. I had uncovered potential donors by conspiring a list of high-end properties in DeLand with the help of local property appraiser Laura Barlett. This list was several homeowners with high-end properties to have a potential to become a donating for a greater cause of people without housing to gain access to easier living systems. I have required a set of 30 in all, and this is the list that I have required from the property appraiser that will be potential donors for the Neighborhood Center, as you can see. Now, the list had, by the end of our project, we are able to set in stone our vital necessity, which is to establish these donors and to maintain them by giving the list to Savannah Griffin, who is the CEO of the Neighborhood Center. Now our potential partners is the City of DeLand, the Neighborhood Center, and Stetson University. By the end of our project, our goal is to secure these potentials by providing a list to Savannah Griffin, who is the CEO of the Neighborhood Center. When taking the initiative to give Savannah the donor list, this could impact me by allowing available room for potential funding for affordable housing. We're not able to get here without our potential partners, as I mentioned before, the City of DeLand, the Neighborhood Center, and Stetson University, who one of their members, Garius Morris, founder of the Neighborhood Center, by providing a space for everyone to commune against the racial injustice. And also, various donors list is provided by the appraiser.
Hello, my name is Veronica Mayer, and I was a research associate for Operation Neighborhood Love. In continuation with the aforementioned proposal that Victoria introduced, we further engaged in direct communication with each other by establishing our timeline. The timeline began with our interview with City Manager Michael Plaus, which took place on February the 24th. During this interview, we were able to fortify our existing needs assessment by concretely establishing that a need for funding existed. By March 25th, we were able to outline multiple partners who provided us with continuing support, including the City of DeLand, the Neighborhood Center, Stetson University, and countless others. By late March, we were able to schedule a tour of the Neighborhood Center in partnership with their current CEO to identify their exact need, which turned out to be funding, to create affordable housing within West Volusia. During the interview process, we determined that donors would be the best way to accomplish this securing of funds, and we were thus able to outline the 30 best options, as Victoria previously showed. The team roles for our endeavors were altered throughout the course of this project as we adapted to each other's difficult schedules and the varying timelines that we had. The final list outlined Victoria as our project coordinator due to her take charge attitude regarding scheduling, and Ariana as our project manager and creative director because of her organizational skills and PowerPoint work. This left myself and Tori in the roles of research associates so that we could work off of our analysis skills and lay the groundwork for our data gathering process. In terms of sustainability for this project, our hope is that future students will be able to conduct a physical fundraiser to establish further funding beyond what these donors can provide to enhance the future of the Neighborhood Center.
Hi, I'm Tori Watson, and as Victoria stated, I was a research associate for the project Operation Neighborhood Love. Throughout the project, we are able to reflect on being able to still adhere to our need, even though our project changed along the way. Throughout this project, we were able to learn that as a student who lives on campus working with 3 other students who commute to campus, it was difficult to get together and meet consistently. As a whole, we learned that even though we may not be able to conduct everything that we set out to, every effort, no matter how small, makes a difference. And even though our project changed along the way, we were able to overcome this with concrete communication, flexibility skills, and the ability to still adhere to our needs. And we would like to thank you for joining us in our presentation and listening to our project, Operation Neighborhood Love. Thank you.